Hello, everyone. My name is Sonia. I'm a co-founder and a general manager of ThinkHigher Consultants and PTE classes. Today, we will be discussing about describe image, retell lecture, and answer short questions, which are under speaking section of PTE class, PTE test, basically, right? Let's start with the small video, and then we'll come back and we'll start discussing about these tasks.
ThinkHigher consultants offer the best PTE online training. ThinkHigher is the only PTE online training institute in Pakistan. We are #1 PTE online training institute, 5-star ratings and positive reviews, Australian-based qualified PTE and NADI teachers. Our students are achieving 80 and 86 score in PTE.
Contact ThinkHigher at pteclasses@thinkhigher.com.au.
Great, thank you so much. Welcome back, guys. Let's start with the first task that we will be discussing today. So the first task is describe image. So what happens is that the first section that you get in your PT is a speaking one, right? So this is why we call it a very the important one as well, because there are a lot of tasks which gives you the integrated marks as well as the non-integrated marks as well. How it happens is that there are some tasks where you are getting marks in not even just in speaking section but in other sections as well, like for example maybe in listening section 2, or maybe in writing section 2, or maybe in reading section as well. So the first task that you get is read aloud. Of course, that is under the speaking section, so you get marks in your reading section as well as in your speaking section as well, right? So again, that is very important one. After that, you get your repeat sentences, which we are not discussing today. So these two we are not discussing today. We will be discussing it any other day or any other time. Today we are discussing the third task that you will be getting in your in your PT test, that is describe image. So with the name, it is very much obvious that describe image means that there will be an image that will be you will be you'll be able to see on the screen, and then you have to describe it, right? So that is very important to know that what sort of images that you will be getting. So the number one image that you can get is your bar chart, which is very common, or we can call it a graph as well. You can also get your pie chart, process cycle, any kind of picture, Venn diagram, map. All these pictures are very, very important. So we really need to make sure that what sort of pictures that you will be getting. Number second thing that I want to tell you in describe image is that you will have 25 seconds to prepare, right? So before you even start speaking or start describing that image, you will get 25 seconds to prepare, so where you can just note down all the important points and stuff like that. Once the recording starts, you will have to describe image in 40 seconds, which I prefer, or which I recommend to my clients, that please make it just by 25 to 30 or 32 seconds, not more than that. What happens is that sometimes camera your PT system, if you are not finishing it on time, your system might third is number fourth is you will have 3 to 4 images in the describe image. So sometimes you get 3, sometimes you get 4, depends on test to test how many images that you are getting, right? So that is very important. Marking criteria. So on what basis that you will get marks? Number one is fluency, number second is your pronunciation, and number third is your content, right? Fluency, pronunciation, and content in describe image carries equal marks. So again, it is very important to know that your all three components should be perfect, 100% perfect, right? To get 5 points on fluency, make sure that you speak in a fluency, right? In a flow, in a proper flow. There should not be any hesitations, pauses, or repetitions. Pronunciation is just on the basis of how easily you are speaking. Is it very close to how native speaker speaks English? If yes, then you will be getting 100% marks in your pronunciation too, right? Describe image. In describe image, of course, the content is simply marked on whatever that you are seeing on the image. You have to make sure that you are speaking the correct keywords. So this is how your content will be marked. Okay. How would you prepare for your describe image? Again, very simple one. For describe image, of course, as I told you, that you will get 25 seconds to prepare. Now, how would you know that this is my preparation time, or this is somewhere that I need to speak? So on your screen, you will be seeing that, beginning in 25 seconds or beginning in 20 seconds. So you will be able to see it on your screen that, okay, my recording will start in 25 seconds, so I have those 25 seconds to prepare myself. So you can just note down all the keywords, whatever you want to say, whatever your template is, all these things that you can definitely do it in your 25 seconds. First 6 to 7 seconds, go through a complete picture and just go from x axis, y axis, that okay, what exactly I need to speak. Just go, like, if there are any difficult words, just try to repeat in your heart, so that you are not mumbling at the time of actual speaking. Next 15 to 18 seconds, just try to gather all the keywords that you are actually going to speak, right? Not all the keywords that you will be speaking, but the ones that you are actually going to speak, that matters the most, right? For describe image, there are tips and techniques, or you can say tips and strategies, that you need to follow, or you should follow. I'm just trying to give as much information as I can in my live sessions all the time. So there are a few tips and techniques. Use the preparation time very effectively, right, and efficiently. Making sure that you have a complete idea of the image and the content, right? Once the recording starts, start straight away. Do not wait for anything, because once your 3 seconds are gone, you will not be able to record your answer. This is the first and the foremost rule of your speaking section in PTE test. You have to speak for 3 seconds. If you will not start speaking in first 3 seconds, your computer will not be able to record, and mic will go off automatically, right? So that is again a very, very important part. As I said, start straight away. At least speak for 30 to 36 seconds. Please do not exceed after those 36 seconds, otherwise you might not get good marks. Make sure your description contains an introduction, body, and the final conclusion as well. This is again very important part, guys. Please start with an introduction. There must be a body, and at the end there must be a conclusion too. If you are just speaking a same template throughout your describe image, you might not get good marks. So please make sure that you are following a correct template. 3 common mistakes usually people do. Number 1 is hesitation, repetition, and corrections, right? If you have spoken something wrong, that's okay. That's perfectly fine. Just go ahead. Do not come back and go again. Please do not do like that, right? Once you have finished describe image, please do not wait for recorder to go off. Just go next, right? Why? There can be a case that what can be happen is that if you are speaking and you have stopped speaking, you have completed your describe image, and now you're waiting for a timer to go off. It will not happen like that. And there can be a situation, because all of your students, all of your classmates are giving the test at the same time, and they all are giving your test, if you are performing speaking, they are also performing speaking, right? So if there might be a case that their voice can get recorded instead of your voice, right? So please make sure that as soon as you finish your test, just press next and go, right? Remember, there is no right or wrong answer in describe image. You have to just follow these tips and strategies, and then you are good to go. Hope that helps. We'll go on a short break, and then we'll start with the RETELL lecture.
ThinkHigher Consultants. We are registered education and migration consultants, offer following services: student visas, admissions, change of course or provider, skilled migration visas, temporary activity visas, employer-sponsored visas, partner visas, parent visas, health cover for all types of visas, visitor tourist visas, business visas, NATI CCL preparation classes, professional year programs, IELTS and PT classes, coaching programs for new education and migration agents, and many more.
Contact ThinkHigher Consultants provide personalized and on-spot services leads to permanent visa pathways and Australian citizenship. Facebook/ThinkHigher Consultants. Twitter/ThinkHigher Rouse. Instagram/ThinkHigher Consultants.
Welcome back, everyone. So let me just revise what we have done so far. So we have discussed our describe image, which comes under speaking section of PTE test. That is a third task that you will be attempting in your PTE test, right? So the number one is read aloud, number second is repeat sentences, and the number third is describe image, which we have just discuss in detail, right? Let's start with the RETELL lecture. RETELL lecture is a very important one. Again, you get 1 to 2 RETELL lecture in your exam. There will be an audio. Again, with the name itself, it is very obvious that what kind of task this would be. So the task is about that you have to retell what you have heard. So there will be a lecture that you will be able to listen for around 60 to 90 seconds, and after that you have to just answer it with whatever that you have heard, right? You have to explain it. So while the audio is going on, you can make as many notes as you can. Now, how would you note down? They'll be giving you a pointers and a notebook where you have to write it down. But you really need to make sure that before you even start your test, you have to just check your pen and your notebook, that whether it is your pens or your pointers are working or not, right? So this is again very important one. The notebook that they will be giving you would be kind of some sort of a sketchbook. So it's not very normal kind of pen and paper that they will be giving you, and it's bit tricky to write it down on your sketchbook sometimes, because then you don't have to push a lot on your on your notepad, otherwise your pointers will not work. So this is something that you guys need to be very careful, right? So you have to just have some sort of concentration on your whatever the sound that you are listening to, and then you have to just see that whether whatever that you are writing, you're writing good, and just don't care about a lot of things like spelling mistakes and all. You just try to use your own abbreviation, use your own short forms and stuff, and just try to write down as much as we can. I'm coming to the tips and strategies afterwards, but these are the basic ones, right? Once the audio stops, you will have only 10 seconds to prepare, right? So once your recording stops, and before you start recording your answer, there will be a 10 seconds gap in between, where you can prepare and you can just go through your all notes and stuff, and then you'll be like, okay, now this is how that I need to start, and I'll go with my keywords one by one, right? So all these things are very important. Once the recording starts, you will have to retell lecture in 40 seconds. Okay, so you will have 40 seconds, but again, as I told you before as well, just try to keep yourself between 30 to 36 seconds, which is more than enough. Okay, and you will get 1 to 2 retell lecture, as I told you before. Again, for marking criteria, you will be getting fluency 5 points, for pronunciation 5 points, and for content 5 points. As I told you before as well, please do not show your hesitation. Don't do a lot of pauses and repetitions, right? Tips and strategies. Let me just tell you that. See, overall you will be getting like around 40 seconds for as a response time. Preparation time will be 10 seconds, as I told you. Length of the audio will be around 60 to 90 seconds, and before even the audio starts you will be having 3 seconds to just set up your microphone and stuff like that. So you will be fine, right? It's not very a messy task. It will be, you will be given enough time to just sort out everything. Okay, before the audio starts, make sure your notebook and pen are ready. Once the lecture starts, make as many notes as you can. While making notes, do not write the complete sentences. Please do not write the complete sentences. Just use your own short forms and abbreviations. Also, ignore all the articles like and the. These are all articles. You don't need to just go with the or note down all those things, or any kind of spelling errors. Just don't care about that. Okay, maybe what should I write, misunderstanding, or you can just write misunderstand. That would be fine as well. As far as you know that what you have written, that's perfectly fine, right? Get your notes organized during the preparation time. So please don't do that mistake that whatever that you are writing, you are not sure about your own handwriting, right? So you have to know that. Please make sure that your handwriting is good enough while you are noting down your notes. Sometimes they have students are writing down every single thing, but when they want to just read it out, they don't understand their own handwriting, and that causes a lot of hesitations and bogus sounds and stuff like that, which we don't want. Okay, so please make sure that whenever you are even practicing at home, you have to just make sure that you are doing it with the good handwriting. So that's why when you'll go into the actual test, it will remain same. Try to note down all the important names, dates, places, things, any technical terms or quotations, right? So if you just if you have anything in that lecture, any dates or anything, any particular thing, or maybe technical words or terms or quotations, just try to grab those, right? You will get good marks for that. If you miss something, do not try to recall it, rather move to the next point. Just don't care about that. Okay, make sure that your notes are organized so it's not difficult for you to read it while you are retelling your lecture. Okay, so these are the very important ones, and these are the points. Guys, if you have any questions, please do not hesitate to put the comments below my video. I'll be more than happy to answer you that as well. Let's go for a short break, and then I'll come, and then we'll discuss the answer short question, which is the easiest one. Great, thank you.
Professional year programs. Professional year programs are well-structured professional development programs for engineering, accounting, and IT professionals. This also leads you to an additional 5 points towards general skilled migration applications. Contact ThinkHigher Consultants at thinkhigher.com.au.
Great. Thank you so much, and welcome back, everyone. So today we are discussing about some of the speaking tasks. So number 1 was the describe image that we have discussed, and the number 2 was RETELL lecture. Before the break, we have discussed that. Now number 3rd and the last one is the speaking that also comes under speaking section, that is an answer short question, which is a very small one and a very easy one. The point in here is the very important tip that I would like to give you all is, whenever you are practicing your speaking section, especially, just try to practice where you can hear a lot of noise. Like, for example, you can just turn on your TV and just practice it. Why? Because what happens in the actual test is that a lot of students are sitting in your classroom, and they all are giving the speaking test, and sometimes students can get hesitated, or maybe they get confused when all other students are very loud and they are just giving their test. And if you are not habitual of those that noise, or maybe to become a loud speaker or something, then it will be difficult for you. So whenever you are practicing, please practice it with turned on TV, or maybe a lot of noise, where a lot of noise is, like maybe if you are in train or somewhere, so that you will be able to speak a bit louder when you are giving your actual PT test. Okay, let's come back to the answer short question. Again, it's a very easy one, and the last one that comes in your speaking section. You'll be getting around 5 to 6 questions. Initially it used to be around 10 to 12 questions, but now they are only come back to 5 to 6 questions, which you need to answer in probably 1 to 2 words. Okay, don't just say a whole sentences. It will not be counted as a correct one. Okay, so just 1 to 2 words maximum. Questions repeat rate is very high. Like for example, if there is a question that came in my exam, there are chances that the same question will come in your exam too, right? So the question repeat rate is very high. Questions are very easy. For example, what is above the eyebrows? So you can simply say forehead, right? So these kind of question that comes in very, like frequently in your exam. Now what can be, like what you can do to make sure that all those previously attempted question, and how to practice that, so that you can simply go to or sign up to pteclasses.com.au. I repeat, to pteclasses.com.au. Please sign up there, and just make your account. There will be a confirmation link in your email or maybe in your junk box, and then you can just click to that confirmation link, and then you'll be able to log in. And once you log in, you'll be able to access all those previously attempted questions that other students may have attempted in their exams, and then you will get to know about the predicted questions, or maybe the exam questions, and then you'll be able to, and then there are highly likely chances that you get same questions in your exam as well, right? So that is something that is very good, and I really like about the PT test, that they give repeated questions, so that student don't need to worry too much about it. Okay, so yeah, so thank you so much, guys. If you have any questions, please do not hesitate to put the questions in the comment box. I'll be more than happy to answer afterwards, or after this live session. I'll be more than happy to do that too. So thank you so much, guys. I'll see you next time.